Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Sandcats franchise here in year number 10. Today we'll enter game 13 of 16 here in the regular season as we take on the Sawteeth in the final matchup against them this season. Last episode we faced our former pitcher Ivan Becker with the Moose, and he recorded his second career complete game shutout against us. Final score of 8-0 over Enzo Sawyer. Following that loss, we fall to 8-4. We're now a half game behind the Moonstars, who we will be playing, I believe, next game in the final regular season matchup against them. After the game, we also released long reliever Alfonso Hahn. The rookie just wasn't hacking it after that that implosion he had earlier in the season. He just hadn't been the same since, so we went with 21-year-old reliever Thiago Parks, a former member of the Moonstars bullpen. He is, I think, in his third year here in the league. So he will be taking over Hahn's spot in the bullpen. So we no longer have a long relief option. It's 4 relievers going out from the final 4 games. Today's matchup is against the Sawtooth, as I already stated. They're 4-7 coming into this matchup. We're 8-4. They're going to have their 4th pitcher, Bella Mietball, the converted position player, into a pitcher. No wins or losses on the year for her. 7.36 ERA and a 2.45 WHIP. And for us, we have our ace, Swindle Powell, 2-1 on the year with a 3.38 ERA and a 1.41 WHIP. So the pitching matchup is in our favor, but that doesn't mean much. Alright, here's our lineup for today's game. Third baseman Naught Nash still locked in, will lead off. Right fielder Aubrey Lim will bat second. She'll have her power versus left-handed trait active. Batting third is DH Hezekiah Cross, back in the lineup today. Batting fourth is first baseman Hercules Bentley. Batting fifth is catcher Eduardo Acosta, also back in the lineup for today's game. Batting sixth is shortstop Hank Ingram, who is, surprise, surprise, still tense. Batting seventh is left fielder Cash Basket, will have both her traits, power and contact versus lefty, active here for the game. Batting 8th is second baseman Cash Moran, and batting 9th is center fielder Magic Moore, getting his second game of the season with us. He will have his contact versus left-handed trait active. Let's jump into the action here and see if we can notch our 9th win of the season. A win here would pretty much knock the Sawteeth out of playoff contention, as they do not have a good chance of making the playoffs at 8-8 with the teams in the division already. I mean, we would be sitting at 9 wins if we get the win. Moonstars are sitting, I believe, at 8 wins, but they are close to getting 9. So, and then the other side, I think the Herbisaurs already have 9 wins, so they're sitting pretty. Basically, the Sawteeth won't have a very good shot of making the playoffs if they lose here. So this is a must-win game for them moving forward, as is the other 4 games afterwards. Let's take a look at the Sawtooth lineup here before we jump into the action, as our ace Swindle Powell take the hill against them. Leading off is veteran shortstop Ren Reliable. He's hitting .348 with a homer and 8 RBIs on the year. He's locked in coming into this game. Behind him is left fielder Nora Holmes, who's on fire, the utility player. Batting third is center catcher Elliot Jacobs. He's a little tired coming into this matchup. Batting fourth is third baseman Tyrone Sasso. He was normally a first baseman by trade, so he's in a backup position. Batting fifth is first baseman Beetle Carson, back in the lineup. Batting sixth is right fielder Botch Friendly. Batting seventh is center fielder Alexis Bass. Batting 8th, or I guess it's going to be base, Alexis Base. Batting 8th is designated hitter today, Carr Parshwinter, the third baseman that they just signed. And batting 9th is second baseman Enoch Roosevelt, the second-year player. Powell comes into this start. Here are his numbers on the year. As we already know, he's 2-1, 3.38 ERA and a 1.41 WHIP. He's given up 9 runs, 8 of which are earned. In his 3 starts, he's thrown 21 in the 3rd innings, 26 hits given up, 3 of which were homers. He's walked 4, struck out 8, and thrown a complete game. His batting average against is .310. Not a great batting average against, but he has solid numbers for the season. So let's see how he does in his final start of the season. First pitch reliable here is a changeup inside, hung over the middle of the plate, and that's going to be a liner to right center field as it gets to the wall out there. Ling gets it in, and that'll hold reliable to a leadoff single. First base runner on for the Sawteeth, and then we'll bring up utility player Nora Holmes in left field today. She's on fire, hitting .375 with 5 homers and 12 RBIs on the season. First pitch to her from Powell's a slider down in the way, fouled off by Holmes as she's behind it, 0-1. Fastball up and in, called a strike at the letters, 0-2 the count now as Powell looks to put her away. Change it down and in, hard grounder at the middle, Moran dives, cuts it off, he'll flip to second 1, Ingram back to first. Just late as Holmes beats it out, it's a fielder's choice. 1 down here is runner at first for Jacobs. Catcher's hitting .167 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs here in the 3-hole. First pitch to him is a curveball at his knees, called a strike as it caught the zone, 0-1. Change up and in, called a strike. It's 0-2 the count now as Jacobs looks to protect. Slider down in the way, called a ball as it's just below the knees. Good take there from Jacobs. Fastball up and away is high and outside, 2-2 the count now. Fastball down and in, dribbled off foul to third base, still 2-2. Curveball up and in, check swing inside as it breaks in, full count now. Change it down, rip to right field as that hung in the middle of the plate, but that is just foul as it misses the line by inches. Full count still to Jacobs. Slider middle in, popped up to right field. He didn't get a good wood on that. Lynn in on it, calling for it. She makes a catch for the second out as this runner has to hang on at first. Now to bring up first baseman Tyrone Sasso. He's playing third base today, hitting 200 with a homer and 7 RBIs here on the season. First pitch fastball down in the way is low below the knees. Ball 1, good take there from Sasso. Curveball hangs middle of the plate. Sasso rips it foul as he's early, 1-1. Slider down and in. Check swing low and inside. Still 2. It's now a 2-1 count. Fastball up and away. Anticipated, but line softly to left. Sliding his basket. She drops it. She doesn't really drop it, though, so I'm going to give her credit for a hit on that one. It was a tough play. 2 on now with 2 down for Carson. First baseman's hitting a $159. 2 homers and 7 RBIs on the year. First pitch to him is a slider away. Check swing at the knees for a strike. 0-1 as Powell gets ahead. 0-1 pitch here is a changeup in middle in. Called a strike again. It's quickly 0-2 as Carson's behind the 8 ball here. Curveball down in the way. Line hard to third over Nash's glove. That's going to be a base hit. Basket can't get there, and that's going to get by her to the wall as 1 run will score easily. It's a double for Carson, and it's a 1-0 game as Powell's now tense. That'll bring up Botch Friendly, the right fielder, hitting 289 with a homer and 5 RBIs here on the season. First pitch fastball up and in from Powell. Check swing high. Ball 1. Good eye. Curveball down at the knees. Floats in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Slider middle and down. Grounded hard to second right at Moran. He'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. But the Sawteeth strike first here with 3 hits, and they drive in the first run on a double by Sasso. Not Sasso, Carson. 1-0 the score here to the bottom of the first. Nash, Lynn, and Cross due up here against Miette Ball. Third baseman Noah Nash leads off, hitting .440 on the year with 3 homers and 6 RBIs. He is locked in again. Here's Miette Ball's numbers on the year. She's made 2 starts on the season, no record, a 7.36 ERA and a 2.45 WHIP. She's given up 3 earned runs in those 2 starts. She's only thrown 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits given up, 1 of which was a homer. She's hit a batter, walked 2, and struck out 4. Her batting average against is .412, so she has not been able to go deep in either of her first 2 starts. Let's see how she does here against us. Miette Ball set. Here's the first pitch to Nash. Fastball just high, ball 1. Fastball up and in, caught the corner, 1-1. Curveball up, slider up and in is high, 2-1. Curveball inside, pulled foul by Nash, 2-2 count as K-Man activates for Miette Ball. Curveball away, line softly to right center, over the leaping Roosevelt's glove. It's a base hit into right center field. Cut off by Friendly that will hold Nash to just a single as the leadoff man's on for the Sandcats. That'll bring up Aubrey Lynn, the right fielder, hitting .346, 2 homers, 9 RBIs on the year. Power versus left-handed activated for her here against Miette Ball, who is a southpaw. First pitch fastball in there at the letters, called a strike, 0-1. Fastball away, fouled off as Lynn's behind 0-2 in the count. Check swing and a curveball inside, 1-2 the count. Fastball away, line to right field. That's passed over the first baseman's diving glove. It's a base hit. Back-to-back hits here start the game for the Sandcats. 2 on and none down for Cross. Back in the lineup today for the DH. He's hitting .244 on the season. 2 homers and 5 RBIs so far. Yep, all set. Fires. Slider in there on the inner third, 0-1. Change up inside as Cross is early on it, 0-2 the count. Chase 1 in the dirt, strike 3 called. Runners have to go back. And since there was a runner at first with less than 2 outs, Cross is out. Swinging, 1 down, and that'll bring up Bentley. First baseman's hitting .295, 2 homers and 6 RBIs so far. Changeup check swing away, called a strike, 0-1 the count. Slider up and in is high and inside, 1-1. Changeup down, popped up by Bentley in foul territory to the catcher on the third base side. Making the catch is Jacobs, 2 down. That'll bring up Acosta. Catcher's back in lineup today after a game of rest. He's hitting .343. No homers and 2 RBIs here in the season. Slider middle of the plate hangs, and that's going to be a base hit back up the middle. Nash heading for third. He's going to try and come home on the single by Acosta. He will. It's a 1-1 game as the runner gets the third. Runners at the corners now with 2 down for Ingram, who has RBI man active now. He's tense coming into this game, hitting only .240. 2 homers and 8 RBIs on the season. First pitch changeups inside from Miep ball 1. Slider away for a strike, 1-1. Pick off the first, nothing doing as Acosta gets back. High fastball, 2-1. Fastball up and in, pulled foul by Ingram, 2-2 count now. Pick off the first, nothing doing as Acosta gets back in time. Fastball down and in, popped up to shallow left field, out for it the shortstop Reliable. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning. Sandcats though answer back with one of their own on the RBI single by Acosta. To the second, we're tied at 1. Base, Parshwinter and Roosevelt due up. Here's Base, 167 average on the year with 1 RBI and 1 homer here for the center fielder. First pitch by Faust, fastball middle away, lined hard to right field, but Moran over to his right makes the catch, 1 down. Next up and making his debut is DH Carr Parshwinter, who was just signed out of free agency by the Sawteeth. I'm going to make a good impression here on his new club as this curveball taken above the letters, ball 1. Fastball inside, off the glove, 2-0 count now. Change it down and away. Parshwinter out in front as he pulls it deep down the left field line. That's hooking near the line. It is foul. It was a home run, but just early on it, 2-1 the count. Curveball down in the way is low in the dirt, 3-1 the count now. Slider middle in, crushed to deep right center field. More back forward near the warning track. Makes a catch, and that's 2 down here in the inning, and that'll bring up this 9th hitter. Second baseman Enoch Roosevelt hitting .306. No homers, 3 RBIs here in the season for him. He has got outside pitch activated here against Powell. First pitch to the slider down and in. Pulled foul by Roosevelt, 0-1. Changeup up and in is high, 1-1 the count. Curveball down and in, pulled up the line, just foul by Roosevelt, 1-2 the count now. Fastball up and in by Powell, popped up in front of the mound. Powell comes off and calls for it. Pitcher puts it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for him here in the second. Bottom 2 we go. Basquet, Moran, and Moore do up here against Miep ball, as she also faces the bottom of the order. Here's Basquet hitting .349 on the year with a homer and 7 RBIs. Both her traits active here against the southpaw. Power and contact versus them. Fastball up and away is a called strike to Basquet, 0-1. Changeup away, dribbled softly to short. Easy play for Reliable, 1 down. Next up is Moran. He's hitting .357 with a homer and 3 RBIs here on the year. First pitch changeup in there at the knees, 0-1 the count. Outside heater taken, 1-1. Fastball up and in, pop foul behind the plate, 1-2 the count now to Moran. Fastball up and in, fist to the right center field. That's dropping quickly, and it will get down there and for a base hit as Friendly was playing deep. Single for Moran puts him on at first with 1 down, and that'll bring up Magic Moore, the veteran, hitless in his first appearance of the season with us. Let's see how he does here. He has his contact versus left-handed trait activate, so his hitting should be a little bit better. Pick off, nothing doing as Moran gets back in time. Fastball away, taken for a ball, 1-0. Chased in a dirt, it's behind by the catcher Jacobs, and it'll be an easy take on the second base by Moran. He's in scoring position now with the 1-1 count to Moore, as Miep ball's now tense following the wild pitch. Changeup up, popped up, second base on the edge of the outfield grass. Roosevelt makes the catch, 2 down. Brings up leadoff hitter Nash, 1 for 1 today with a single. He's also scored a run here in the game. Looking to drive in the run from second here. Fastball up and in. It's called strike from me at ball, 0-1. High heater misses, 1-1. Curveball away, skied to right center field. That could be trouble, but Friendly runs it down in the gap, and that'll end the inning. Sandcats get a runner to second, but can't score him. To the third, still 1-1. Reliable, Holmes and Jacobs against Powell. There's Reliable, 1 for 1 today with a single. He's also scored a run here. First pitch changeup up and in from Powell is swung early on by Reliable as he was looking fastball, 0-1 the count. Slider down and away, line hard up the middle. That's going to be a base hit to right center field as Reliable has his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 2. Put him on to start the third inning here, and that'll bring up Holmes, 0 for 1 today with the fielder's choice. Oh, Holmes actually scored the first run. That's right. I thought it was Reliable. Forgot she grounded into a fielder's choice, almost a double play ball. First pitch curveball away, line hard to right field, hit pretty well near the wall. Lynn leaps, makes the catch. What a robbery that was. Her throw to first, in time to double off Reliable. Great defensive play by the third-year right fielder. 2 down now for Jacobs as he's 0 for 1 today. Popped out in his first at-bat. First pitch fastball up and away is a called strike from Powell, 0-1. Curveball down and away is low, 1-1 the count. Changeup up and in, stays inside on the check swing, 2-1. Slider down and in, called a strike at the knees, 2-2 count now as Powell looks to put him away. Fastball down and away, dribbled to short. Ingram charges and fires to first. Now we'll get Powell out of the inning as Jacobs is now tense. Bottom 3. Sawteeth have a runner on, but it's erased on a double play ball and a leaping rivalry catch against the wall by Lynn. To the third, Lynn, Cross, and Bentley due up here against me at ball. Lynn 1 for 1 today with a single, looking to duplicate her success here at the plate. First pitch by me at ball's fastball inside, ball 1. Fastball up and in this time, 2-0 the count. Fastball in the dirt, 3-0 count as me at ball's struggling here to find the plate. And she walks her with another fastball up and away outside. 4-pitch walk to start the game and inning, and that'll bring up Cross, who's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his first time up when he chased the fastball in the dirt. Fastball up and in almost hits him as Cross backs away from the plate. 1-0 count. Slider low and in the dirt. 2-0 the count now as that's 6th straight ball to start the inning from Bella. Fastball away, make it 7. 3-0 count now. 8th pitch is the charm as the changeup is at the knees. 3-1 the count. Fastball up, Cross lines it to left field hard, but it's right at Holmes for the first out. Couldn't have been any more right at her. That'll bring up Bentley, 0 for 1 today. Popped out in foul territory his first time up. Curveball up and in, stays high as Bentley takes ball 1. Inside heater, 2-0 the count. Fastball up, 3-0 count now as Bentley's in the driver's seat here. Fastball away, called a strike, 3-1. Changeup away, pulled by Bentley pretty deep to left field. That's heading for the high wall out there. Will it be caught? No, it bounces away from Holmes off the wall as she has to chase it down. That'll allow Lynn to score all the way from first, and it will be a 2-1 game as Bentley walks into second with a lead. Double 2-1 the score, and that'll bring up Acosta. Singled in a run his first time up, looking to do it again here. But the runner at second base is Bentley, so he's going to need an extra base hit to do it. Strike the letters on the heater, 0-1. Fastball up again, swung late by Acosta, 0-2 the count now. Fastball up again, chased high as it's skied to center field. Should be an easy catch out there for base. He makes it, 2 down in the inning. Gotta bring up Ingrown. Ingrown popped out the shortstop his first time up with a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 1. RBI man active again for him. Let's see what he does with it here. Strike the letters on the changeup, 0-1. Chased one inside, 0-2 the count now. Fastball up and in, taken high, 1-2. Slider away, swung through it by Ingrown. He's down swinging. He's now 0 for 2, and that ends the inning. Sandcats, though, get the lead on an RBI double by Bentley. 2-1 to the 4th. Sasso, Carson, and Friendly do up against Powell. Sasso's 1 for 1 today with a single. Stranded at third base his first time on the base paths. First pitch curveball down below the knees, taken in the dirt, 1-0. Fastball up high, taken, 2-0 count. Change it down and away, pulled foul, 2-1. Slider down and in, called a strike, 2-2 count now. Curveball up and away, popped up, shallow left center field, giving chase basket. She'll dive, it's out of her reach, and that'll be a base hit. And it gets by Moore as well as it gets to the wall out there. Sasso will be in there with the leadoff double here. Thought about third, but the cut throw is in quickly. That'll bring up Carson. He doubled in a run his first time up. Looking to do it again here. Looking to tie the game up here. Curveball down and in. Stays inside. 1-0. Change up away. Sky ball by Carson to right center field. Over for it, Lynn. She calls for it in the gap. Makes the catch. 1 down. Runner hangs on at second. Gonna bring up Friendly. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. First pitch slider down. Hard grounder to second. Moran holding the runner is there for it. It will go to first. 2 down as the runner gets the third, though. Gonna bring up Base, who's 0 for 1. Looking to drive in the go-ahead tying run here from third. First pitch fastball up and away from Powell. Called strike the letters. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Hard grounder at the middle. Past the diving in. Gronet's a base hit as the game is tied up at 2 thanks to Base's RBI single. Second RBI of the season for him as he keeps the inning alive. And that'll bring up Parshwinter. 0 for 1 today. First pitch changeup down in the ways. Called strike at the knees. 0-1. Fastball up and in is inside and high. 1-1. Slider down middle. Hit on the ground hard to second. Right at Moran. Will go to first, though, and that'll end the inning. Sawtooth, though, tie it back up with an RBI single. 2-2 the score to the 4. Bottom of the 4th. Basket, Moran, and Moore go up here against me at ball. Basket's 0 for 1 today. Looking to turn things around at the plate. First pitch fastball line hard to right center field. She jumps all over it. Diving is Friendly in the gap. He makes the catch. What a play. 1 down. Next up is Moran. 1 for 1 today with a single. Change it down. Line hard to first. Right up Carson. No, and that's the second out. And just like that, Bellamy Upall has doubled her total innings pitched this season as she's thrown 3 2/3 here. 2 down here for Moore. 0 for 1 today. Check swing changeup called a strike at the knees. 0-1. Fastball at the knees called a strike again. 0-2 the count now. Fastball up, grounded softly to second. Roosevelt makes the play, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Miette Ball. She's through the 4th. Top 5, Roosevelt, Reliable, and Holmes do up here against Powell. Roosevelt's 0 for 1 today, looking to find his first hit of the contest. First pitch to him is a curveball down at the knees. Check swing, called a strike. 0-1. Change up and in. Pulled foul by Roosevelt. It's in the seats. 0-2 the count now. Fastball down and in. Line softly to right field. Charging is Lynn. She'll make the catch. 1 down. Back to the top of the Sawtooth lineup now is Reliable's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Looking to keep his hot hitting going. First pitch slider down. Dribbled to first softly. Bentley there for it. He'll go to the bag. 2 down. I'll bring up Holmes. 0 for 2 today. First pitch fastball down and away is low. Ball 1. Curveball middle away. Pulled pretty well by Holmes. Deep to left center field. Basket at the wall. Leaps. It's just out of her reach as it ricochets to Moore in center. Extra bases for Holmes here. She has a 2-out double here to keep the inning alive. Brings up the 3-hitter. Catcher Elliot Jacobs is 0 for 2 and now tense after he's failed to get on base in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch changeup up and in. Called high and inside. 1-0. Fastball up and away. Called a strike. 1-1. Slider down and in. Called a strike at the knees. 1-2 the count now as Powell looks to put him away. Curveball down below the knees. Hard grounder up the middle. Jacobs gets his first hit. He's now 1 for 3. Moore comes up throwing for the plate as the run's going to try and score. Just laid as the Sawtooth take the lead. 3-2. I'll bring up Sasso, 2 for 2 today. Double and a single so far for him as he's having a good day hitting. First pitch fastball up and away from Powell's called strike. 0-1. For second pitch, the curveball down and in, just low and inside, 1-1. Slider down and away, dribbled to the ground softly to short. Ingram backhands and fires quickly. He'll retire Sasso. That ends the inning, but the Sawteeth take the lead on an RBI single. 3-2 the score now as Jacobs comes through in the clutch. Bottom 5. Nash, Lynn, and Cross due up here against Mietball. Top of the lineup here. Nash 1 for 2 today with the single, looking to find his second hit of the contest. Mietball sets and fires. Curveball away, stays outside. Ball 1. Curveball, slider inside, 2-0. Changeup up and away, called a strike, 2-1. Fastball, changeup away, 2-2, 3-1 the count now as Nash is in the driver's seat here. Slider inside, pulled to third. Sasso cuts it off, will fire to first, 1 down. That'll bring up Lynn, 1 for 1 today, single, and drew a 4-pitch walker last time up. Then came in to score on a double by Bentley. Fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Fastball up and in, called a strike, 1-1 the count now. Curveball down, line softly to center. Reliable there to cut it off though, 2 down. Brings up Cross, lined out to left field his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Curveball beans him on the hip, and that'll allow him to take his base. First time he's on the day, and that'll bring up Bentley, 1 for 2. Doubled in a run his last time up. Mietball done here after 4 2/3 innings as that hit batsman ends her day. Coming out of the bullpen is right-handed reliever Canopy Bullseye, who's just a little bit better at a C-. Here are his numbers on the season. Bullseye's 2-1 with an 0.84 ERA and a 1.22 WHIP. 4 runs given up, 1 of which is earned. 7 games pitched. He's thrown 10 2/3 innings. 9 hits surrendered with no home runs, 4 walks given up, and 9 strikeouts recorded. His batting average against is a solid .220. Very good year for him so far. So he looks to be in line for the win here. Slider caught the inside corner just barely. 0-1 the count. He comes into this outing locked in as well. Curveball middle of the plate though, and Bentley drives it deep left center field. It's carrying to the fence. It is gone. Just out of the reach of left fielder Nora Holmes. It's the 3rd homer of the season for Bentley, and that 2-run shot gives us the lead. 4-3 your score, and that will now be charged to Bullseye as the losing pitcher. Bentley now locked in following his second hit of the game. That'll bring up Acosta. 1 for 2 with an RBI single today. He's also grounded out. Fastball inside, misses just barely, ball 1. Slider away, hit pretty well by Acosta. Not as well as Bentley's though, as under it is friendly in the gap. He'll make the catch in right center, and that'll end the inning. But the Sandcats get ahead as they hit a 2-run homer off of Bentley's bat. 4-3 the score now to the 6th. Carson, friendly, and base due up against Powell. Carson's 1 for 2 today, doubled in a run in his first at bat. First pitch slider down and in, drops a little bit inside, 1-0. Fastball down and away, called a strike the knees, 1-1. Slider up and away, softly flown by Carson to right center field. Lynn there for it, makes the catch, 1 down. It brings up Friendly, he's 0 for 2 today, looking for his first hit of the contest. First pitch curveball down and in is just below the knees, ball 1. Fastball up and away, fouled off by Friendly into the dugout, 1-1. Changeup down and away, hard ground to third, right at Nash. He'll make the play, 2 down. That'll bring up base, 1 for 2 today, singled in a run his last time up. First pitch slider up and in is called strike to base, 0-1. Curveball down and away, hard grounder at the middle, base hit for base, his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3. That'll keep the inning alive here. I believe that is the 9th hit of the contest for the Sawteeth in the game. That'll bring up Parshwinter, who's 0 for 2 today. It was the 9th hit. First pitch fastball up and away from Powell's called strike, 0-1. So he gets ahead here. Change it down and in. Hit pretty well by Parshwinter deep to center field. More at the wall. He leaps out of his reach. It's a 2-run homer into the forest. Parshwinter with his first hit of the season. It's a home run. A 2-run shot gives the Sawteeth the lead again. 5-4 the score here in the 6th. Now to bring up Roosevelt, 0 for 2 today. Still looking for his first hit of the contest. First pitch is a curveball middle in from Powell, called a strike on the inner third as he's now tense following the home run. Looking to end his outing on a positive note. Fastball down and in is low, 1-1. Changeup up at the letters, pulled hard on the ground to third. Nash fields it on a hop though, and he'll make the play to end the inning. But the Sawteeth recapture the lead on a 2-run homer of their own, this time from DH Carr Parshwinter. 5-4 to the 6th. Ingrown, Basquet, and Moran will face Bullseye in his first full inning of work. So he's now qualified to be the winning pitcher again. Ingrown leads off the inning. Shortstop's 0 for 2 today. He struck out and popped out with runners in scoring position both times. Curveball in there at the knees from Bullseye, called a strike. Changeup away is a called strike again. 0-2 the count now. Changeup away, pulled foul by Ingrown, still 0-2. Fastball up and in, grounded to second, right at Roosevelt, makes the play, 1 down. Brings up Basquet, who's 0 for 2 today. Looking for her first hit of the contest, as she will now switch around and bat from the left-handed batter's box today, losing both her traits. Slider away, swung late, 0-1. Slider low, 1-1. Changeup low and away, pulled foul by Basquet, 1-2 the count now. Low and away, fastball misses, 2-2 count. Curveball middle of the plate, pulled hard on the ground to second. Roosevelt dives in the outfield grass to stop, cut it off, and he'll make the play at first. 2 down, good defensive play there. That'll bring up Moran, the second baseman's 1 for 2 today with the single. Looking for his second hit of the contest here. Bullseye fires, fastball up and away is high, ball 1. Fastball left middle of the plate. Moran jumps on it deep to right center field. Does it have the height to get over the wall? Yes, it does, as it bounces off the top of the fence into the seats. Moran hits his, I believe, second homer of the season. Yep, and that ties the game back up at 5 as Bullseye lets the golden opportunity to get a clean inning slip through his fingers. Next up is Magic Moore. Switch hitter bats in the left-handed box now as he's 0 for 2. And Bullseye will exit here as right-handed pitcher Grace Lupinovich comes out of the bullpen. Second arm out of the pen for the Sawteeth today. Here are Grace's numbers on the season. She is 0-1 with a 4.40 ERA and a 1.12 whip. She has 7 earned runs given up. In 9 games, she's recorded a save, thrown 14 in the third innings, the second most out of the bullpen. 13 hits given up, with 2 of them being homers. She's walked 3 batters and struck out 11. Batting average against is a pretty solid 236. So Lupinovich having about an average season, as that ERA is a little high, unfortunately. Looking to get a good start here against Moore. Strike at the knees on the heater, 0-1. Changeup away, called a strike, 0-2. The count now as K-Dot activates for Lupinovich. Curveball up and in, pulled on the ground to second, right at Roosevelt though. He'll make the play, and that's a good clean outing there for Lupinovich as she gets the 1 batter she faces in the inning, but the Sandcats tie it up on a solo home run. Off the bat of Cashton Moran, 5-5 the score to the 7th. Reliable Holmes and Jacobs due up here. Powell's going to be done here after 6 innings of work, giving up 10 hits and 5 earned runs will do that to you. Still, he's going to get a no decision, so that's a good way to end it, as Reliable's up first. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Coming out of the bullpen is going to be, let's see. We're going to go with right-handed rookie Marcus Briggs. He will be the first one out of the pen. Briggs comes into this outing. He's 1-0 on the year with a 3.86 ERA, 4 runs given up, 3 of which are earned. 1.14 whip for the rookie. In 6 games, he's recorded 2 saves, thrown 7 innings, 8 hits given up, with 5 strikeouts. Batting average against of 286 for the rookie pitcher. Pretty solid numbers here, as he's actually our, outside of Dozer Hinting, our most consistent reliever. See how he does here against this Sawtooth lineup. First pitch is a 2-seamer up and away from Reliables. He checks his swing. It's a called strike at the letters, 0-1. Next pitch is changeup down low. Check swing at the knees, just low this time, 1-1. Briggs fails to get the call there. Fastball down in the way, dribbled on the ground to first. Bentley will actually run to the bag himself as he beats Reliable in a foot race, 1 down. I'll bring up Holmes. Doubled her last time up. She's 1 for 3 today. First pitch fastball down the middle, fouled off by Holmes as he's just late to react, 0-1. Two-seamer away, stays outside from Briggs, 1-1 the count. Changeup down at the knees, pulled foul, 1-2 the count now. Game-man activates for Briggs here, fastball up and in, shatters the bat of Holmes as it's popped up the shortstop. Ingrown charging to the infield dirt, makes the catch, 2 down. Now to bring up Elliot Jacobs. Catcher drove in a run his last time up on an RBI single. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch to him is a changeup low and away and in the dirt. Ball 1. Fastball middle away. Called a ball. 2-0 as it's just outside. Two-seamer middle in. Called a strike as it's in there. 2-1. Changeup low and in. Called a strike at the knees. 2-2 count now as Briggs is back to, with K-Man activate now as he evens up the count. Fastball up and away. Jacobs fouls it off as he stays alive. Still 2-2. Changeup away. Drifts outside. Full count now. Two-seamer middle in. Stays inside. Ball 4. First walk of the season for Briggs here as Jacobs is on to extend the inning. Bring up Sasso. 2 for 3 today. Double and a single so far. First pitch fastball down at the knees. Taken low as it's just below the knees. 1-0 the count. Changeup up high, taken for a ball, 2-0 as it stays above the zone. Two-seamer middle in, check swing at the knees, call 2-1 the count now. Fastball down at the knees, just low again, 3-1 the count now. Two-seamer down at the knees, called ball 4, back-to-back walks here for Briggs, as that's two out runners now for Beetle Carson, who's doubled in a run today. He's 1 for 3. First pitch to him is a changeup down and in. Called a ball as it's off the plate. 1-0. Fastball away, outside. 2-0 as Carson's in the driver's seat here. Changeup up high. Called a strike as we finally get a call. 2-1. Two-seamer up and away. Hit pretty well by Carson as he sat back on it deep to right center field. It is gone. Home run for Beetle Carson. It's a 3-run shot as those two out walks come back to bite the rookie in the ass. Third of the season for Carson, and that makes it an 8-5 game as the Sawteeth once again go out in front. Botch Friendly up now, 0 for 3 as Briggs is now tense following the home run. First pitch fastball down at the knees, hard grounder at the middle. First hit of the game for Friendly, he's 1 for 4. That'll keep the inning alive here for the Sawteeth as that'll bring up the 7-hitter, center fielder Alexis Bass. 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, and he's driven in a run. Pinch running for Friendly at first is the speedy outfielder Seymour Sox. That's a good defensive upgrade there. First pitch two-seamer inside, misses from Briggs, ball 1. Fastball down low, grounded off the line to the right, 1-1. Change it down and away. Check swing, called a strike at the knees, 1-2 the count now as Briggs looks to bounce back here with a punch out. Fastball middle in, lines off to the first. Bentley leaps, it's off his body into the foul territory of no man's land. Lynn rushing in will cut it off as the runner gets a third and second. It's a double. All off of that, he should have caught that. Next up is Parshwinter. DH has homered today. He's 1 for 3. It's his first hit of the season, first 2 RBIs. Also his first homer of the season as well. Will Briggs allow more runs, or will he actually get out of the inning this time? First pitch two-seamer up and in is called strike the letters, 0-1. Change it down in the way, stays outside, 1-1. Fastball down and in from Briggs, grounded up the line, foul by Parshwinter. 1-2 the count now. Change it up and away, hard grounder at the middle, that'll be a base hit, and that'll get at least 1 in. Moore comes up throwing as the other runner's coming. It's going to be a 2-run single for Parshwinter. 10-5 your score. Bring up Roosevelt, 0 for 3 today. First pitch change up and in from Briggs, pulled foul, 0-1 now as Briggs is now rattled, having given up 5 runs here in the inning. Fastball down and in, low, 1-1 the count now. Two-seamer up and in, sky ball to right field. Lynn over for it, calling. She makes a catch. We're out of the inning finally as Roosevelt's going to go to 0-4 on the day, but the Sawteeth strike for 5. Now hold a commanding 10-5 lead with only 9 outs left to play with for the Sandcats. Top of our lineup due up, Nash, Lynn, and Cross against Lupinovich, the 10th-year veteran. Here's Nash, 1 for 3 today. Righty v righty here. Specialist activates for Lupinovich. Seymour Sox, who pinch ran last inning, will stay in right field for Botch Friendly. Lupinovich set. Here's the first pitch to Nash. Curveball middle of the plate hangs as it's punched to center field, but it's right at base. He runs it down, 1 out. Next up is Lynn, 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. On her line score, she's also scored a run. Specialist once again active here. Fastball up and in is inside, 1-0. Fastball down, changeup at the knees, called a strike, 1-1. Change up middle of the plate, pulled foul by Lynn as it's now a 1-2 count. Fastball down and in, dribbled back up the middle. It's past Lupinovich's glove into center field. It's a base hit, a seeing eye single for Lynn. Puts her on at first with one down. Got to bring up the DH Cross. 0 for 2 today. He was hit by a pitch last time up, and then he came in to score a Bentley's home run ball. Lefty v righty here, so Lupinovich loses her specialist ability, infield at double play death. Cutter at the letters is called strike to Cross, 0-1. Just low and outside, 1-1. Curveball hangs in the middle of the plate. It's punched into center field by Cross. That'll be a base hit. 2 on now with 1 down for Bentley, who did homer his last time up. It was a 2-run shot off the one of the pitchers, whoever was in. I think it was Bullseye. Yeah, Bullseye was pitching. He pulled I think it was a curveball down the middle into left center field. So he's looking to put an extra base hit in the gap here. Fastball up and in as it's high from Lupinovich, who has specialist activate here once again. 1-0 count to Bentley. Fastball down and in, caught the knees, 1-1. Curveball down and in, ripped to left center field. That will be a base hit, and that will score Lynn from second. She'll come in easily, and that makes it a 10-6 game as Cross has to hang on at second base. 2 on and 1 down still as Acosta's up next. 1 for 3 today, single and an RBI. That was Bentley's 4th RBI of the game as he's driven in 4 of our 6 runs. Acosta's one has driven in a run himself with a single. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Cutter up and away, grounded hard to second, right at Roosevelt though, and this will be a double play, and that will end the inning. Sawteeth get a couple hits, and it's not Sawteeth, Jesus. Sandcats get a couple hits and manage to punch a run across, but they're still down 4 to the 8th, 10-6. Reliable Holmes and Jacobs do up here. Briggs goes his 1 inning. He's not going any further, as he did throw 35 pitches that inning. All right. Who's due up here? Bunch of righties. All right, well, in that case, we're going to go with the new addition, right-hander Thiago Parks, as he is coming out of the bullpen here for the first time as a member of the Sandcats organization. Parks has no record on the year with a 14.40 ERA and a 2.60 whip. 8 earned runs given up in 6 games. He's thrown 5 innings, 7 hits given up, 1 of which was a homer. He's also walked 6 batters, and a batting average against for him of .350 as he was just recently released by the Moonstar organization. So he's looking to prove that it was a mistake for the 21-year-old. Right-hander ready, as Reliable's locked in up there still. First pitch fastball up and in is called strike, 0-1 as he gets ahead. Curveball down and away. Reliable lines at the first. Bentley there makes the catch this time, 1 down. Brings up Holmes, 1 for 4 today with the double. First pitch changeup down and in is in the dirt from Parks, ball 1. Fastball up and away. Pop foul out of play by Holmes, 1-1. Curveball outside, swung and chased by Holmes, 1-2 the count now. Fastball up and in, brushes Holmes back off the plate, 2-2 count. Change it down at the knees, pulled foul by Holmes into the dugout, 2-2. Fastball away, hard grounder to second, Moran to his left, makes the play himself, 2 down. That'll bring up Jacobs next, 1 for 3 today. He's singled in a run, he's also walked. Change up, and the middle of the plate, check swing called a strike, 0-1 the count. Curveball down and in, hard grounder to second in the hole. Moran again to his left, makes the play. 1-2-3 inning for Parks out of the pen. Bottom 8 we go, it's still 10-6. Ingram, Basquet, and Moran do up here against Lupinovich in her 3rd inning of work. Ingram's 0 for 3 today, looking for his first hit. Holmes will exit here as Fail Lawson comes into play left field. That is a good choice on defense. Lawson may not be able to hit, but she's a much better fielder than Holmes. Then again, everyone pretty much is. Ingram's set, first pitch from Lupinovich. Strike at the letters on the fastball, 0-1. Fastball down and away, just low, 1-1. Chase went outside as it's grounded softly to third. Sasso makes the play, 1 down, as Ingram's now 0 for 4 today. Next up is Basquet, 0 for 3. Still looking for her first hit of the contest. First pitch fastball down and in from Lupinovich, misses, ball 1. Curveball just up and outside, 2-0 the count now to Basquet. Fastball in there on the inner third, 2-1. Cutter away, 2-2 count now as K-Dot activates for Lupinovich. Fastball up, grounded to short, right at Reliable though. Easy play, 2 down now. That'll bring up Moran. Homered his last time up on a fastball down the middle. He's 2 for 3 today. It's a solo shot. It's also singled. Specialist activates for Lupinovich. Changeup inside, misses. Ball 1. Changeup middle of the plate, punched up the middle by Moran. His third hit of the game. He's now 3 for 4. That'll bring up our 9-hitter, center fielder Magic Moore, who's hitless today, 0 for 3. Lupinovich will exit here as right-hander Edward Mullen will come out of the bullpen. He's the third Sawtooth pitcher to make an appearance, leaving only their long reliever Roper Sparks in the pen. Mullen is 0-1, 2.25 ERA with a 1.25 whip. In 8 games pitched, he's given up 3 earned runs, 12 innings pitched, 13 hits surrendered, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts, and a batting average against a 265. Not bad. That's actually pretty solid. Very good ERA and a very decent whip. Batting average against is a little high, but he can work on that. He's set at the belt. Moore ready. First pitch from Mullen. Curveball up and away. Stays outside. Ball 1. Fastball outside. Caught the edge of the middle portion of the zone. 1-1. Fastball down in the dirt. 2-1. Chased it high by Moore. 2-2 the count now with 2 down. Fastball up, swung late, and Moore is 0 for 4. Good job. Nothing doing for the Sandcats here as they get a hit. Nothing else. Top 9, still 10-6. Sasso, Carson, and Sox due up here against Parks. Sasso's first. He's 2 for 3 today. Walked his last time up. He's also doubled and singled. I believe he scored once as well. First pitch fastball at the knees. Hard grounded to third. Nash dives up the line. It's off his glove into foul territory, and that'll be a base hit for Sasso, his third hit. He's now 3 for 4. That'll bring up Carson, 2 for 4 today. 3-run homer his last time up. He's also doubled today. Curveball down below the knees, taken. Ball 1. Fastball up and in, called a strike. 1-1. Change it down and in, stays low. 2-1. Fastball up and away, check swing, called a strike. 2-2 count now as Parks looks to put him away. Curveball down and away. Grounded to second, right at Moran. He'll flip to second 1. Ingrown to first. Double play. Good defense there. And that'll bring up right fielder Seymour Sox for his first at bat of the game. He's hitless on the season. First pitch changeup down the middle. Popped up left field as Sox gets under it. Basquet comes in a few steps. Left fielder makes the catch. Parks get out of the inning cleanly. Bottom 9. Still 10-6. We need a big rally here to stay in the game. Nash, Lynn, and Cross top the lineup will face Mullen. Nash 1 for 4 today with the single. He's hitless since the first inning. Mullen set. First pitch slider up and in is high. Ball 1. Fastball up and in still high. 2-0. Fastball up and in is a called strike this time. 2-1 count now to Nash. Changeup outside. 3-1 the count. Changeup down, pulled by Nash, foul off the seats. Full count now. Changeup outside, misses from Mullen as Nash is back to locked in. He's now on at first. That'll bring up Lynn, 2 for 3 today. 2 singles and a walk to her credit. Mullen set, ready to fire. Fastball up and in is high, ball 1. Changeup away, called a strike at the knees, 1-1. Curveball way outside from Mullen, 2-1 the count now. Fastball outside, lined foul, out of reach of the diving first baseman, 2-2 count. Changeup away, pulled foul as Lynn was in front of it, 2-2 still. Fastball middle of the plate, hit pretty deep by Lynn to right center field, but at the warning track is base to make the catch, 1 down. That'll bring up Cross, the DH, up next. Single his last time up, he's also been hit by a pitch. He scored a run, he's 1 for 3 today. Coming out of the bullpen is the last reliever for the Sawteeth, long reliever Roper Sparks, the left-hander. So they were waiting for Cross to come up to bring him in. Here are Roper Sparks' numbers on the year. He's 1-0 with a 3.32 ERA and a 1.21 WHIP. In 9 games pitched, he's given up 7 earned runs. Thrown 19 innings, which is the most out of the bullpen for the Sawteeth this year. 19 hits surrendered, with 2 of them being home runs. He's also given up 4 walks and struck out 12 batters. He has got a 260 average here on the season. Let's see how Sparks does if he can gallows it out here with the tying run in the hole. Strike at the letters on the heater from Sparks to start the AB, 0-1. Fastball up, chased by Cross, 0-2 the count now. Fastball down and then line to short, second base, right at Roosevelt though. He'll make the catch, 2 down, and the last chance is Bentley. 3 for 4 day for him. He's triple shy of the cycle. He's driven in 4 of our 6 runs. Locked in now at the plate. Slider below the knees, ball 1. Slider inside, ripped to left center field. That'll be a base hit for Bentley as that'll get by the center fielder. And it'll be ricocheting off the wall there as that'll hold Bentley to just a single. Rounding third is Lynn. She's going to try and score from first. Oh, that's Nash. I'm sorry, but he does. It's 10-7. Going to bring up Acosta to the plate. Bentley on at first. Will need to be pinch run for. Acosta's 1 for 4 today with an RBI single. Bentley's coming off after his 4th hit of the game. He'll finish 4 for 5. Running in his place will be backup shortstop Rohan Trevino, who's a very good runner. If we go to the next inning, Trevino will take over duties at third base, and Nash will be over at first. Speedster on at first here, as he's a much better runner than Bentley, so a single might actually score him. Extra base hit will definitely score him from first. Costa ready. First pitch from Sparks. Fastball in there. First strike, 0-1. He's now tense, giving up the run last at bat. Swung late on the heater is Costa. It's 0-2 now. Fastball inside. Off of Sparks' glove as it ricochets into no man's land behind the mound. He's going to go to first. Not in time as Costa beat the throw. And Trevino gets the third. That'll bring the tying run to the plate. It's Ingrown who's 0 for 4, but he has RBI man active again for the 3rd time today. Can he come through this time with it? It's all on the shortstop who gets paid a lot of money to do absolutely nothing. Sparks ready. Lefty v lefty. Matchup favors him. Two-seamer at the letter is called a strike. 0-1. Fastball up and in. It's chased by Ingram. He pops it up. Shallow center. Over for it. Reliable. He makes the catch, and that ends the inning and the game as the Sawtooth win. 10-7 your score. Second loss in a row for the Sandcats here as we fall to 8-5 on the season now. Tough loss. Tough loss. We fought hard, kept it close, and then it just blew open on the 7th. Once again, the bullpen doesn't close the door. 10-7 the final, 28 combined hits given up for both clubs. Not a great pitching day for either. Here's a look at the box scores. Everyone in the Sawtooth lineup got a hit except Lawson, who did not get the bat, and Sox. And also Roosevelt there at the bottom. Everyone else got at least 1 hit. 4 RBI day for Carson. He had the 3-run homer and an RBI double. 4 RBI day for Parshwinter. He had the 2-run homer, and then I think he drove in 2 more as well on the double. Jacobs drove in a run as well, and so did Bass, both on singles. Then on our side, everyone got a hit except Ingrown, who was 0 for 5. Basquet was 0 for 4, and Moore was 0 for 4. Moran 3 for 4 day, solo home run. Acosta just singled in a run. Bentley went 4 for 5, drove in 5 runs himself. He was a triple shy of the cycle. So very good day for him. Nash and Lynn got on base. They scored. Cross didn't score. Looking at the pitching lines, winner pitcher is going to be Grace Lupinovich, throwing 2 innings out of the pen with 4 hits given up, 1 earned run. She was the beneficiary of that 5-run outburst in the 7th inning, which sealed the game. She improves to 1-1 on the year. And for us, Marcus Briggs, the rookie pitcher, will get his first career loss as in that 1 inning, he gave up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 walks. 1 home run ball as well as he falls to 1-1 on the year. Bentley goes your player of the game. He was triple shy of the cycle, driving in 5 runs, followed by Carson with his 4 RBIs on the 3-run homer and an RBI double, and then Parshwinter with his 4 RBI day as well, 2-run homer and a 2-run double, or 2-run single it looks like. Yep. Tough loss, another tough loss. We definitely needed that win. Just got to keep plugging away, I guess, until we finally win again. Second loss in a row, and I believe our 3rd in our last 4 games, as it's not looking good for us to make the playoffs here. We just can't seem to win. Crocs B shut out the Overdogs 4-0. Wild beat the Platypi 7-4. Moose rally to beat the Wild Pigs 3-1. Get back to 500 with that win. Nemesis stayed unbeaten as they win 5-4 over the 2nd place Buzzards. Crocodiles then beat the Overdogs again, this time 8-2 the score. Wild beat the Platypi 2-1. Moose shut out the Wild Pigs in the 2nd game as they win 5-0. Wild Pigs then lose again to the Herbisaurs this time 4-3. And they lose again 3-0 as they've lost 4 games in a row in this episode, and the Sawteeth win the last game against the Moonstars 4-1. So the Sawteeth come fighting back. They're now in 3rd place at 6-7, and the Moonstars' loss drops their lead in the division down to a half game again. So the winner of this game will have sole possession of 1st place. Okay, we got something to play for, boys. Looking at the division, Herbisaurs have it pretty much locked up at 10-3, although the Hot Corners are not far behind at 7-4, so it's not over yet. Moose probably aren't going to catch them, and neither are the Wild Pigs or the Freebooters. Blowfish are at 3-7, Sirloins at 4-8. They're not looking too good. Sawteeth are on fire right now. They're 6-7. They're winning. They're making a run when it matters most, but will it be enough to make the playoff? We'll see. On the other side, Grapplers 6-5. I don't think they played this episode. Wide Loads win twice. They're up to 5-7 now in second place. Heaters don't play. Beagles don't play. Platypi lose twice, falling last place. Nemesis win their one game as they remain unbeaten at 11-0. Buzzards lose. Overdogs lose twice as the Crocodons win twice to move up to third place. And Jacks do not play. Alright. Next game is against the Moonstars and their ace. Manny Kays will be on the hill, and ours will be left-handed rookie Kenneth McCann, who will be debuting a new trait, Walk Prone. Yep, I accidentally gave him that. But he is fully healthy, so that line drive to the chest has fully healed, so that's good. Let's look around the league here, see if anything happened. Burns regresses. Okay, that's fine. Freebooters signed Kathy Cul-de-sac, replacing left fielder Felix Walker. They're pretty much out of the playoff hunt at 2-8. Let's see, anyone else? Durbin Holmes signed set of Freebooters, replacing a ace reliever, Elaine Munstar. Sawteeth signed Marla Moore, replacing Turner Yates, their backup catcher. Cat Stanzas off the Wild Pigs as they sign first baseman Sactus Song as they look to get a little bit better there, a little bit cheaper as well. Other than that, nothing else was signed. Okay. Take a look at these player development things and see if we got anything good. Alright, we have Just for Bros for Bentley. Okay, interesting. I'll keep that in mind. This one for Moore would be a nice one to improve his contact hitting. That'd be nice. This one for McCann will be here for 2 games, so no need to buy it right now. This one for Powell, he doesn't really need the accuracy upgrade. He could use velocity or junk. This one for Lynn, she doesn't really need as well, so I'm probably going to let this one go. I like this one for Nash, improving his speed and arm. I like that. Okay, so what do we want to do? Well, we definitely want to do this one for Moore, I guess, to improve that contact hitting, get him back up to a respectable level of hitting. Only going to get the +8, though. That's alright. -3 speed. Okay, that's alright. As his contact's now pretty matched up where his power is. And then let's do this one for Nash as well. Get that speed and arm up. Since he hits first in our lineup, +2 speed, +1 arm. Nice. Nice to have a good arm for a third baseman. Alright, and we'll save up the rest for next time. Alright, let's set the lineup here and see what we can do next time out. I really want Ingram to start. I don't like it. Let's put Mitchell in at shortstop. Let him get the start, because Ingram's just not hitting. He was 0 for 5 last game. He doesn't deserve to be in the lineup. Bentley, he needs to be up there. He hit really well. And Acosta. I think Moran. Yeah, Mitchell, then Moran, then Basquet and Moore. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Alrighty, guys, another tough loss for us the game. Our bullpen imploded once again, and we couldn't rally enough runs together to match the Sawteeth's onslaught. So unfortunately, we drop another game. I believe it's our 2nd loss in a row. It is 3rd of our last 4 games. We really need to turn this around if we want to make the playoffs. We have to win the next game, especially since it's against the first place Moonstars. We want first place back in the division. The only way to get it, you gotta win. Until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off.